Hey, it's the old man here. Got the good furniture. Got my lady friend here. We got sunshine. Can you believe this? A week ago plus, it was snowing, and now it's 65 degrees. Hey, we're Northwesterners. We'll have it peeled off at 65 degrees in the sunshine. That's right. Yeah, I was thinking about, let's see here. Lady, hey. You don't like whole wheat bread. I thought I didn't have any lettuce. Maybe she'd like some good, oh, there she goes. And, yeah, I was thinking about cold weather camping. It's kind of, you'll have to visualize today, but yeah, I was going to say, you know, when I'm doing these videos, if you have any questions, please ask. You could ask something like, well, tell us about that rock festival you went to that with the three-legged dog, or your failure trips in the snow. It reminds me of something. I'll have to tell you about it. Yeah, a good friend of mine, Ron, he's moved on now, but we did a lot of cold weather camping together. Knowing the guys since 7th grade, we've good friends. Yeah, the first time I ever worked on a car and actually accomplished something was with Ron. We're sitting at the folks' place. Excuse me. Nice sunny day out in the front yard having a smoke or whatever, and I have a broken 1960 Ford in the driveway there. And we were looking at it and we said, let's go fix it. And we both busted up laughing. We never even tried to fix a car. And talked a little bit more, but let's take a look. 60 Ford, the clutch linkage is like a pipe with a ball in here so that this piece will turn. And that ball had fallen out. Couldn't put the clutch in. So we looked at it. Hey, what if we took and put a piece of firewood right there, and we took the ball on their stick and pushed it in there and pounded some firewood in there and drove it away. That was the first repair I'd ever done, and Ron was right there, and it was like it planted a seed that's still growing today. That's right. So we've been buddies a long time. So now let's go camp in the snow. We knew other guys that did it. We didn't bother to ask advice or any kind of, you know, anything that, you know, young kids don't want to do it all on your own. So we got a tent and a sleeping bag, and the tent was basically a pup tent. Aluminum rod on each end, just an A-frame tent with a string holding it up. I didn't know. Get up there, we go up to this road, the Malwich Road, up to Malwich Lake. Drive as far as we can in my 47 Studebaker truck. Let's camp right here, okay. Set the tent up. I got that little stove, is about the only thing that really was good. Snowing like a banshee, and okay, go to bed, wake up about 3 in the morning, the tent is laying on my face, and this is a complete failure. We crawled out of the tent. I slept in an outhouse on the floor. Ron slept in the truck. Got a little bit of a cold. Yeah, that was our first camping trip in the snow. And like I say, we toughed it. It was okay. But after that, we started asking advice. I actually got a book from the library called Cold Weather Camping, and read the whole thing. Ron read the whole thing too. Well, we're going to need a tent, a 4-season tent. So we go to REI when it was up on Capitol Hill in an old 4-story warehouse that was solid as a rock. The floors were, I don't know, 6 by 12 beams. I mean, you could have drove a cat up in there without any kind of a stress on the thing. It was a well-built building. And so we go up there, and every year they have a sale. And the night before, people would go and camp out and sit on the sidewalk so you could be the first one in. And so we go down there, and we might have been the 15th, 20th person in line. So the first thing I wanted to do was go to the basement. That's where the seconds were, the rejects. And we buy this, I find this tent, Four Season tent. It's got a rain fly, it's got, it's I'll tell you about it. Really good tent. We set it up in the store right there, check it all out. I think I paid $40 for it. And the problem is on the zipper, where you'd zip the rain fly, it was, one spot was all balled up with thread. I mean, it was solid, but it looked funky, so that was what was wrong with it. Had a little piece of tape on there so you could tell. And so now we're cooking. We got the good tent. We got a real sleeping bag. The one we had was like a summer sleeping bag. We didn't know what a Four Seasons tent or sleeping bag was. What is up with you? It's the springtime. Her and the ducks are fighting every day. I had to put more fencing up because she'd stick her head through. Well, come on, hey, come on, you settle down. So yeah, now we're set up. We got the good tent, we got the good sleeping bags, we got a lot of stuff. We're good to go. And so we decide we're going to go up to Goldmeyer Hot Springs. That's that one where the cave was. Come here. Get out of here then. Sometimes she'll sit in my lap. Yeah, but not today. Yeah, I put the dogs in to keep things cool, and look at her. Hey. So yeah, we're up to Goldmeyer Hot Springs. It's about a 2-hour drive from where we lived at SeaTac. And we get up there, and it's springtime, I think. And the river, you had to cross this river to get to the trail to the hot springs. And we get up there, and the one log that's normally there was gone. And we're like, well, crap, we didn't want to turn around and head back. So we walk down the river a little bit, and here's this 8-inch alder tree laying across the river, partially in the water. You know, you kids be careful. If we took and put all of our gear on our shoulders, stripped to our underwear, shimmied across that log, and did it a couple times, and it was dark. If one of us would have fallen in, that would have been it. I mean, it was a good 45-minute drive to the nearest payphone. Cell phones were science fiction. Yeah, CB radios, people use them, but we didn't have one. Yeah, you be good, lady. So we get over there, set up camp, go to the hot springs. We got the place to ourselves. Spend the night. Let's go down. We'll take off tomorrow. Okay. We go down, walk to the river. The river's higher than it was, and that tree is gone. Well, now what do? We can't call people to say we're stuck. We can't call for help. We just gotta, we'll stay a day and see what it looks like tomorrow. So we checked our inventory. We still had enough stuff to make it for a couple days. We had a ration, cigarettes, I suppose, and things. But the next day, we go down to the river, and it's just as high as it was, or even higher. And we're like, oh man, we're screwed. We don't have much food left. We don't have this and that. As we're standing there discussing this, 2 guys come walking down the trail from upriver. Well, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, what do you mean? We're just going to the hot springs. Well, how'd you get here? Well, about a mile upriver is this log you can walk across. Duh. We didn't know. So we walk upriver, and here's this fir tree. It might have been 5.5, 6 feet through, laying across the river, way above the water. You could have taken a wheelchair across there if you had to. We gently walked across the river and got down the rig and took off. And good times. We did have some fun, but dangerous. Like I say, when you're young, you feel bulletproof that nothing's going to happen. Well, things can happen. Like I think about it often that if one of us fallen in, we didn't have a flashlight. I don't even think. I mean, how are you going to? It would have been a nightmare. Very bad deal. So you take care and don't be doing foolish stuff when you're young. I got my notes over here. Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed that snow, and I also enjoyed the sunshine. This is great. It's supposed to rain, I think, in a couple days, and then it's supposed to get sunny again. So we'll see what happens here. And lady, what do you think? Come here. You don't like the whole wheat bread? Come here. Nothing. So with that, I'll be back. I want to show off my trucks and cars and Studebakers. That Studebaker truck I drove up in the snow that night, two-wheel drive, you know, and we were inexperienced. And we drove as far as we could in the snow till we got stuck, and to get down the hill the next morning, we had to back up about a half a mile, which was okay. It was front-wheel drive then in reverse. Got a turnaround place and took off, but it was a cool truck. 3 speed on the floor. Nice truck. Like I say, I got pictures. I'll show them to you soon. So with that, we'll call it a day, or today anyway. And nothing to say, lady? She's right there. So with that, you guys take care. Enjoy the weather. I got to show you one last thing. The Farmer's Gang sign. And you see, I've been practicing. Farmer's Gang sign. Bucking hay, man. Bucking hay. Take care.